don't matter. She be the reason why you creep, but it's pussy on flick. She be on the drive, and I'm high, get wetter. I guess you go harder when your side feels better.
No, that's a lie. In chapter 3, verse 55, can I finish? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar!
Welcome back to the channel. I'm here once again with my dad. Today we're going to react to a very short clip with Lily J inside of the clip, and Sam Shamoun is going to roast her for 1 minute long. Me and my dad are going to respond to it, and let's just see what happened.
Hello everybody again. Happy to see everybody watching our videos again, and I'm very curious what Lilith has to say.
He saith unto them, But whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, thou art the Christ, thou art the Christ, thou art the Son of the living God.
Lily J, little whore. She a prostitute. Is it a coincidence? Lily J, Lilith, bride of Lucifer? You filthy scum. This little Jezebel plays a clip of me where I'm discussing with Jihad Yusuf about different qiraat. And then the genius here, she goes to Chat GPT to ask if Hafs and Warsh are different. And then the Chat GPT says, no, they're just different recitations, but their exact same meaning. So the Jezebel slut says I'm lying because she's trash, filthy lowlife. This is the woman now that Muslims are using for their jihad. This trash right here, this trash. But this trash can now is defending Muslims. This garbage can. Stop barking, Jezebel slut.
How dare you? You're insulting me.
How dare you?
First thoughts?
Well, we know him. He doesn't have a muzzle on his mouth. He just says what he thinks of her. And to be honest, okay, it's harsh, but yeah, she is a slut. that's it. Sorry for her, but her past life is full of nudity and bondage and whatever. So there is nothing Christian about it. And he is a real Christian person, so he is offended by that. And she says, how dare you as a Christian say things like that about me? Well, I'm sure he's praying for her, for her salvation, but it doesn't mean he has to sugarcoat her. So I'm exactly the same as he is. I don't. I say what I think, and if people have a problem with that, well, that's sorry for them. I'm not the woke agenda guy who always has to think, what am I going to say, or am I going to offend somebody? If you never offend somebody, you have nothing to say. That's it. So yeah, it's harsh to see, because you see her face turning white first and then turning red, and you can see she never anticipated this would happen. You can see the surprise on her face from, wow, I never accepted this. So well, yeah, if you want to play with the big boys and you want to be this promotion girl for Islam, you have to understand that there are other religions who are going to call you on. And sometimes it's hard, yeah. But the truth is always hard.
Yeah, you know, like there are like two things that she can't do. She can't ignore this, because Sam Shamoun is a well-established YouTuber. He's been in the game for many years, at least more than a decade, as far as I'm aware of. He collaborated with people like David Wood and others in the whole Christian apologia circle. And it was sooner or later something like this would happen. But it's like you said, she didn't anticipate it, because when you're skyrocketing yourself in popularity, when you become the poster child for Islam, it's like nobody can touch you, because you're the almighty at that point, you know. And she went from 12K subscribers to almost 500,000 in a couple of months' time. That's just crazy by itself, just by continuously riding the Islamic wave in combination with using ChatGPT, two trending topics. So it's basically using these two communities to make herself rich and put herself in that position, but thinking that nothing's going to happen, that there are no consequences, there's not going to be no counter reaction or anything. That shows again the stupidity of a person, that's when your ego gets so inflated that you don't see these things anymore. Like you don't it's like you don't believe it's going to happen, and then it happens, and then you don't know what to do. And the second point is that one question I always had from the beginning of time when I saw her first video, when she asked about Islam, Christianity, Christ, all these things to ChatGPT, is that she never erased her history, Instagram and YouTube, everything she did in the past, like a year ago. Everything my dad just summed up. She never took the time to private any of these videos, and no Muslim even asked her about these things. Like, why do you kiss another woman in one of your music clips? Why do you wear BDSM outfits in one of your music clips? Why do you use this provocative language and lyrics in your music clips? You're representing Islam, the deen, the religion on your channel, and you still have that stuff on your channel. Why is that? That should have been a red flag to begin with. And that's something I don't understand about people.
Well, I think the majority of real Islamic people despise her. I'm 100% certain, because they are very religious, and one thing you cannot do in their religion, that is shake your butt and your tits around. So that's something they don't like. But I think on the other hand, they use her because the Islam knows that a lot of young men and men in general, even of Christian belief, will look at this because she's an attractive woman on the outside. On the inside, she's very ugly, but on the outside, she's very attractive. So yeah, they use her, and she uses them in her way to get likes and to get subscribers and views. So they use each other, but I can assure you that in the long run, especially after seeing this clip, she better stop doing this, because I think hard times are coming. Not everybody just uses words. Some people might be so offended that they would harm her. I mean, this is a warning for her as a Christian.
It's something we don't condone. Yeah, we don't condone violence. We don't condone.
No, of course, we condone this. Of course, I would never harm another person, even if he's satanic. I mean, yeah, that's my belief. But I'm warning her. There are other people who might do that. Mm-hmm. So she's in dangerous waters. I think she underestimated it all. I think she thought, well, it's big money. I'm going to get big money from it. But she didn't realize that in especially religion, people are very sensitive, especially people who are really devoted, and you cannot mock them. Sorry, you cannot mock them. You can say your opinion, and you can have a discussion with them, and these discussions could be hard. Look at the video clips of Sam. I mean, they're sometimes very hard, but in the end, there still has to be a little respect as human to human. He always, even if he talks to a real bad person, he always says, "I will pray for you," you know, and he means it. He will pray for that person to see the light. So yeah. I hope she gets it, but I think she does. Looking on her face, I think now she's backing up a little, back up, and thinking about what her next move is going to be.
I personally also think concerning Sam Shamoun that is basically what he's doing is he's doing her a favor. It's like a wake-up call. Sometimes with some people you need to use harsh words, otherwise they're not going to listen, they're not going to pay attention. You know that you've been in specific type of jobs where these things are also required. You know how to deal with people, and not everybody is the same. You can't be very soft and polite and respectful with every person if you need their attention, if they have to listen, if it's of importance to them.
Especially if they are doing harm, not only to themselves, but to a community. Maybe she doesn't realize that, but she's doing that. And to go back into the Christian way of thinking, even Jesus gave pity to a prostitute. So if she would be really sorry for what she said and done, and really would condemn her actually life before, and say, yeah, I want to become a Muslim or a Christian woman, then other people would respect it. But she doesn't want to become someone like that. She's just making money out of people's religion, and that's no, that's the wrong thing to do, girl.
I want to add a biblical passage to it. I don't know it by heart, but I know where you can find it, and maybe there are more people that are in the regular way reading it. So I'm just going to say which portion it is, and you can easily find it. I think if you just type it in Google, it will pop up which chapter. So just try that when you're watching this video. It's in Tehillim. It's Books of Solomon, that portion of the Bible, and it actually makes a prediction concerning individuals like Lilith. In this situation where, you know, they will appear like they would have perfume that smells good, they will wear golden or silver bracelets, they would have all these things going that makes them appeal beautiful, attractive, seductive. But God has a very interesting way of dealing with people that do it with the wrong intentions, right? He punishes these people that do that. So instead of actually letting them continue presenting themselves in that way, he twists it, he turns it that it becomes repulsive, ugly, dirty, filthy as a sort of punishment. And you can find it. It's not my words. It is biblical. You can find it. It is in the Books of Solomon. And this is one of these things that I remember from the past, like from a decade ago. And it always made me reflect on modern day society and egocentrism and people that think they're above everybody else, you know, that they think they're better than everyone else. They have the most expensive jewelry, they have the most expensive clothes, and they think they can get away with anything. You know what it does to your ego, but that at some point you drop, you fall down. You can't continue climbing in that way. And that's what it actually talks about, but then in the setting of the olden days. And it's something that personally I think is applicable in this type of situation, like it's a warning sign. That's why I said Sam Shamoun is actually doing her a favor, because he's ringing the bells. Like, you gotta wake up, you're playing with fire, you better watch out, because your soul is at the line. And so I hope she heeds the warning and she takes the time to really work things through. Maybe she should even pray for it, you know, pray on it, to ask for guidance, you know. But the thing that really offends me and offended me, and that I understand why Sam Shamoun really hit hard, is because he always says in every video, every live stream, every podcast, that if you offend my Savior, if you offend my Messiah, if you offend Christ, then I can't just let that slip.
No,
I can't accept that. Then I'm going to do something about it. And in this situation, it is verbally.
He once said, I remember that, he once said that first is Jesus, then his children, and then his wife. You see, this person worships Jesus more than his children and his wife. So if you offend Jesus against this kind of person, you're really doing the bad thing. I mean, you're really hurting his soul. You're going deep in his soul and ripping it out. So of course he's going to react the way he did. But I don't think she will recognize the warning. I think because you know, thing a lot of those kind of people say, if they get stopped by the police, for example, do you know who I am? Don't you know who I am? You mean, it's like you say, they think they're above certain laws, they're above certain humanities, and they think they're better. And if your ego has reached that point, I don't think you can come back from it. It uses a lot of character to come back from it and become humble again. I don't think she will read between the lines. She probably make a new video trying to debunk him or say things about him, but she will fall even deeper into the pit. Just the way he started, Lily. Her name is Lily. He started Lilith. I mean, this guy knows everything about the Bible, about Jesus, about God. He knows you cannot fight against this person. He's super clever, and that's because he devoted his life, his whole being, to his religion. So these people are actually, I look up to these people. I wish I could be this smart in Christianity and know everything there is about God and Jesus. And I know a lot, but not in the way he does. So I envy a little bit. I wish I could be like him. But I look a lot of his videos. I like his videos. It's hard, but he always says like it is. And I've never had anybody in all the podcasts he did. I never had anybody who could shut him up. Nobody. They all try, and they all come with their sort of facts, but he debunks them all, and he just he's that's why I think he's got the spirit inside of him. He's a special messenger, I'm sure. To be that clever and to be that mouthful, to be just to be the way he is. I think
he's a messenger for some of us.